Okay. Well, and I hope that you see, yes, quite very clear on our screen this inscription, how to design curriculum. Well, and let's start, I think, yes?
Yes,
If you
of course.
okay, thank you very much. Okay, no, at first, plan of this webinar, and I decided to put some question, what is curricula, and maybe some later our teachers also will participate, and maybe they will answer this question, what does it mean curricula to their minds. Well, and yes, there is some question. What is curriculum? Well, next. Now, curricula as an academic program which is well organized and purposely designed to facilitate learning. Yes, and as we see on our screen, it includes courses, instructional materials, techniques, subject areas, and grade levels. Also, I think it's quite very important that curriculum is for singular, yes, and curricula for plural form. It's also, I think, quite very interesting. It is a set of courses offered by an educational institution constituting an area of specialization, particular field of study. And how to design curriculum? No, we know that there are 4 steps of curriculum design. Yes, first step, principles and purpose. At first we have set out the intent of our curriculum, and maybe it would be better to begin with design process by establishing our curricular principles. And all these principles should reflect our school's values, context, pedagogy, and needs. Okay, second step, entitlement and enrichment. We have to develop our pupil entitlement. Так, well, next. Well, next step, 3, breadth and balance. We have to develop content of our curricula. And in this case, I think we will need to arrange our curricular content into a range of exciting themes and projects. Yes, and also we can make different kind of decisions about what our curricula covers, how it covers our, for example, program. Yes, what kind of subjects must be included in this program, how much depth to achieve both breadth and balance. Okay. Next step. Yes, we have to decide what works well and where there is room for improvement. Yes, this step is to regularly review its impact on teaching and learning, and how to make any adaptations or changes. And also it will help to consider the original curricular principles and purposes when reviewing and focus on areas for development in school. Так.
Just a minute, Mr. Rashid.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, sorry for interrupting. I have typed to Miss Sauda. She said that she would interrupt her lesson, and all teachers will join to your lesson. Could you wait for a little seconds, please?
Okay, okay. I would be. Yes, I would wait.
Yeah, I have tapped her, and she said to continue your lesson in a few seconds. In a few seconds, all our teachers will join you to your lesson.
Okay, so thank you very much. I will be waiting.
Okay,
Yes,
it's okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Just a minute. Thank you, Miss Alda. So sorry, so sorry. Thank you.
Она говорит, что сейчас они все зайдут, они были у мисс Садат. Сейчас все зайдут сюда.
Да?
Сейчас будут поймать вопросы.
Вы еще...
Я начал.
Все зайдут сюда.
Сейчас все зайдут.
Им понравится?
Идемте садитесь.
Брейнсторминг еще, да?
Thank you, Miss Alda. See you.
Okay, and I ask for permission to continue our presentation if you are not against it. Ms. Zulfia?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay. Well, yes, I'm very glad and thank you for your participation, yes, in our presentation. And for today, I have prepared this presentation concerning how to design curriculum. It's maybe a little complicated topic for consideration, but we decided to choose this one because I think that it would be quite very interesting from different point of view. Well, and maybe at first I would like to introduce for myself. My name is Rashid Ibragimov. I am from the Tashkent State Pedagogical University, named after Nizami, and I am the senior teacher at the Faculty of Foreign Languages, English Language Practice Department, yes, and with very great pleasure I would like to make this presentation for your consideration, and I hope that it will be quite very well done. Okay, well, and we had already considered all these four steps which concerning designing curricula, and I would like to continue with your permission. Well, and next step, well, we have some process of some unit combination, and we also have to understand what to expect and prepare ahead of time, which can be of great help in designing curricula. Yes, and a list of more strategies for curricula building from various teaching professionals. No, the first, I think, strategy, it is some focus on the students. When writing curricula, it helps to remember that it's not about writing the best lesson plans or developing a perfect set of in-class projects. Okay, well, and except this, also, I would like to say about meeting the needs of students in a way that ensures the material which is understood, maintained, and applied in and out of the classroom. For example, English educator Dr. Todd Blake Finlay lays out several stepping stones to building a solid curricula focused on student needs at all learning levels. Yes, and Finlay said that at first we have to describe our vision, focus, objectives, and student needs. Second, we have to identify resources. And the last one, to develop experiences that meet our objectives. Also, we have to collect and devise materials, also have locked down the specifics of our task, and develop plans, methods, and processes, and also create our students' experience. Well, and asking for help, what does it mean? Let's try to consider. Asking for help when we ask our mentor, experienced teacher about curricular building during the first year. And professional teachers are a wealth of information and are often more than willing to share the knowledge with others. Well, and curricular design is a term used to describe the purposeful, deliberate, and systematic organization of curricular instruction blocks within a class or course. It's a way for teachers to plan instruction, yes. And also purpose of curricular design, ultimate goal is to improve students' learning, but there are also different quite of reasons to employ curricular design as well. And what types of curricular design do we have in the English language? There are three basic types of curricular design: subject-centered design, learner-centered, and problem-centered design. And let's try to consider all these items quite more carefully, yes? For example, subject-centered curricular design revolves around a particular subject matter or discipline. Yes, and also it is the most common type of curricula used in public schools, and subject-centered curricular design describes what needs to be studied and how it should be studied. Well, and also in standardized core curricula, teachers are provided a predetermined list of things which they need to teach the students. Primary disadvantage of this type of curriculum is that it is not student-centered, and this also can cause problems with student engagement and motivation, and may even cause students to fall behind in class. Well, and second, learner-centered curricular design takes each individual needs, interests, and goals into consideration, and this design meant to empower learners and allow them to shape their education through choices. Also, learner-centered curriculum design can motivate students and help them to stay engaged in the material that they are learning. And developing differentiated instruction puts pressure on the teacher to create instruction and find materials that are conducive to each student's learning needs. And learning-centered curricular design also requires that teachers balance student wants and interests with student needs and required outcomes, which is not an easy balance to obtain. And the last one, problem-centered curriculum design, focused on teaching students how to look at a problem and come up with a solution to such problem. And students are exposed to real-life issues, which helps them develop skills that are transferable to the real world. Also, problem-centered curricula allow students to be creative and innovative as they are learning. Well, and more curriculum design tips we also have. In this case, we can identify the needs of students early on the curriculum design process. And what does it mean? Identify the needs of students. This can be done through needs analysis, which involves the collection and analysis of data related to the learner. And this data might include what learners already know and what they need to know to be proficient in a particular area or skill. And also understanding the needs of learners is important for both curricular development and effective instruction. And also we have to create a clear list of learning goals and outcomes. This will help us to focus on the intended purpose of the curricula and allow us to plan instruction that can achieve the desired results. And learning goals are tasks, aims teachers want students to achieve in the course, and learning outcomes are the measurable knowledge, skills, and attitudes that students should achieve in the course. Yes, and also I think curriculum map takes a very important part, yes, in designing of curricula at all. And curriculum maps can be created on paper or with software programs or online services designed specifically for this purpose. And we have identified the instructional methods, approaches that will be used throughout the course and consider how they will work with the student learning styles. If the instructional methods approaches are not conducive to the curriculum, the instructional design or the curriculum design will need to be changed accordingly. Так, okay, well, and about evaluation, about assessment methods, I think it also quite very necessary. Yes, examples of topics, tasks that should be evaluated include the strengths and weaknesses of the curricula and achievement rates related to learning outcomes. And most effective evaluation is ongoing and summative. Mhm. Yes, no, there is some information that curricular design is not a one-step process. It is continuous improvement, which is quite a very great necessity. And design of curricula should be assessed periodically and refined based on assessment data. Okay, well, and curricula, as we had already found out, provides a focus for the class and sets goals for the students throughout their study. And curricula also gives the student a guide, an idea to what they will learn and how they have progressed when the course is over. And typical English second language curricula centers around students developing four basic skills: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. And the goal of teaching English as second language is to help second language learners become competent and communicating in English with native speakers. Mhm. Well, and I also would like to say that English as second language curricula should center around five key stages. It should understand student needs. Second, it should determine the focus of the program. It should set clear learning outcomes. It should integrate assessment, and it should demonstrate accountability. And according to Smith, a curricula can be ordered into a procedure. The first step, diagnosis of needs. Second, formulation of objectives. And step number 3, selection of content. Also organization of content and selection of learning experiences. Organization of learning experiences, determination of what to evaluate, and of the ways and means of doing it. And in conclusion, I would like to say that curricula is an important document approved by an educational establishment and consisted of courses offered by an educational institution constituting an area of specialization or maybe field of study. And the most particular aspect which must be taken into account while designing a really good curricula is learning needs, effective teaching methodology and assessment types, flexible and stimulating curricula supported with excellent resources and training all four skills of the language. And also, my dear teachers, I would like to present a second video, yes?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you may. Yes, you may, teacher.
Okay, thank you very much. Just a minute.
Language curriculum, will you be days and days not knowing what to do? This video clip will introduce what the language curriculum is and help you to design your own version. Language curriculum is an overall product of planning, development. When you are asked to design a language curriculum, will you be days and days not knowing what to do? This video clip will introduce what the language curriculum is and help you to design your own version. language
Huzur avazı işitilmeyaptı.
planning, developing, implementing, and evaluating teaching activities. It is basically composed of 5 parts, including students' needs analysis, goals.
Just a minute. Mhm.
Демонстрация экрана. Мы же нашли, не. Здесь просто... Да? Давайте еще раз. Еще раз сделаем. Еще раз открою. Откуда открою? Скажите, чтобы задавали вопросы. Ну, вы дискуссию начинаете, вопросы. Лейт, позже. Во время записи нельзя.
Okay, well, I think we have some technical problems. Okay, maybe some late we will be able, yes, to watch a second video. It's also quite very interesting. Maybe we will discuss this presentation. You would like maybe to ask some questions concerning this topic? Because
No,
I
why?
think
The video was okay. Video was okay, and we can hear the video, sound of the video.
okay, and if you can wait a little, I will arrange right now. Okay.
Okay, it's
Okay.
okay, don't worry. And Mr. Rashid, I wanted to ask about accountability. Yeah, you mentioned about ESO 5 stages. Yeah, in your presentation, I paid my attention more on ESP because I teach at our institute, university as a second language. English is taught as a second language. That's why I want to know 5 stages before writing curriculum. Or
Excuse me, just a minute. Yes, I would like to to make this second video. Just a minute. Excuse me.
Без звука? Звук, потому что он был на... Теперь будет. Теперь будет звук. Все, открываем. Что мешает мышке? Что-то мешает мышке. Теперь будет звук. Звук есть?
When you are asked to design a language curriculum, will you be dazed and amazed
Excuse
not
me. Do
knowing
you
what to
have
do?
some sound?
yes,
This
of
video
course,
clip
sure.
will
Okay,
introduce
thank you.
what the language curriculum is and help you to design your own version. Language curriculum is an overall product of planning, developing, implementing, and evaluating teaching activities. It is basically composed of 5 parts, including students' needs analysis, goals and objectives, materials, teaching, and assessment. Thus, to design a language curriculum, there are 5 steps for you to follow. Step 1. You need to conduct students' needs analysis. To satisfy students' language learning needs, all related information need to be connected and analyzed, which includes English language proficiency, native language literacy, previous schooling, prior knowledge, learners' expectation from the course, and learners' needs for the target language. In the process of gathering information, 5 types of questions should be asked. Problem. To identify the problems that are being experienced by the target students. Priority. To identify what students consider the most important to learn and why. Abilities. To identify what strengths and weaknesses students have. Attitudes. To identify students' feelings and attitudes toward language study. Solution. To ask any cultural, linguistic, family, interest, and other questions that help the teacher understand how to frame teaching. Step 2. You need to write clear goals and objectives. Goals are general statements of learning outcomes, while objectives are specific statements of attainable lesson outcomes. After students' needs information is gathered, you need to define the goals and align the goals with English language proficiency standards. Then, break down the goals into objectives. Attention! While writing objectives, both content objectives and language objectives need to be addressed. Step 3. You need to prepare for teaching materials either by adopting, adapting, or developing. You need to know clearly about what students should learn and what materials will help support your teaching most. In this step, you need to choose proper textbooks for students, worksheet for practice, and select useful equipment to engage students in your teaching. Step 4. You need to present teaching in an effective fashion. Based on the teaching objectives, first, you should think about how to activate students' prior knowledge for the new information. Second, you need to consider what teaching and learning activities are useful for acquiring new information. Finally, you need to provide students opportunities to practice and refine the knowledge and language. Step 5. You need to plan for assessment. You need to think about what forms of assessment you want to use and when to use. Remember always to link assessment to your instruction, which means you need to assess students what they have learned instead of what they haven't learned. Focus on what the learning process rather than only with an eye on the learning outcome. That's to say, students' motivation, attitude, learning, performance, and achievement shall all be taken into consideration. Following these 5 steps, an effective language curriculum will be produced.
Okay, well, and I hope that this video like you, yes, and right now, yes, I'm ready to answer your questions if you have some. Well, and
Thank you for the lesson, Mr. Rashid.
yes, and I also would like to add maybe some information about curricula. For example, a few advantages of planning a proper English as second language curricula. The first one, I think it helps us to know what course needs to be taught, and it allows us to set both teaching and learning objectives and gives us a clear picture of what material and activities will be needed to achieve the set objectives. And also, curricula, I think it saves time. Curricula gives us an action plan for each of our lessons, and also I would like to say about some tips for building a good English as second language curricula. For this, I think we have some clear learning objectives: to know the learning style of our students, to know our students' purpose for learning, and to start curricula in quite very small groups. And of course, it should be interactive. Okay, now there is some little information, yes, which I wanted to tell you about my presentation, how to design curricula. And I'm also very glad that I have some ability to participate in today's discussion, yes, and I'm very thankful to all our teachers who presented during our presentation, yes, and also you have supported me during such presentation. Thank you very much. Okay, maybe some questions, dear teachers?
Thank you, Mr. Rashid. The lesson was very interesting. And I wanted to ask about the last page about ESP curriculum. You mentioned about accountability here. So making, for example, we're creating a curriculum, so we should pay attention to this kind of word, but I couldn't catch how to we use this kind of accountability. So what is, or what does it mean?
No, I think accountability in curricula is, of course, must be presented, because accountability, we can account different kind of specific items which we decided to include in it. Well, and the accountability can be according to the solution of all the teachers of your staff, yes, and what kind of subjects, what kind of, for example, assessments they would like to include in this one, yes. Maybe, yes, maybe some method approaches and so
on. Okay. Thank you. That would be great if you shared us your video and, of course, your presentation. Could you share?
Yes, of course, of course. Well,
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
No, not at all. I'm very glad. Yes, and also I see Khairullah Sultanov. Yes, he's also. Yes, good afternoon. I'm very glad to make some acquaintance.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It was very interesting, very important lesson for me. Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Khairullah. Okay, well, and of course I share with this video, and I will send all this information to all of our participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.